Hello, my dear friend. I want to ask you something very simple, but very important. When was the last time you truly felt calm and at peace inside your own home? Not just when everything is cleaned up for guests, but every day, just for you. I know how overwhelming it can be when clutter starts to take over. Things pile up. Drawers do not close. The kitchen counter becomes a drop-off zone. And before you know it, the space that should bring you comfort starts making you feel drained. You are not alone, and it is not your fault. But what if I told you that there is a gentle method, a way of caring for your home that does not involve stress or hours of cleaning? A method that only takes a little time each week, and yet can completely shift how you feel when you walk through your front door. Today, I want to walk you through 10 thoughtful strategies that are changing the lives of thousands of women just like you. These are not complicated tricks. These are simple, heartfelt routines that bring clarity, peace, and confidence into your space. And here is the promise I want to make to you. You do not have to do it all at once. You only need to begin. Start with one small change, one tiny step, and let that carry you forward. You deserve to live in a home that supports you, soothes you, and lifts your spirit. Are you ready? Then let us begin this journey together. Tip 1. Just 15 minutes a day. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood in the middle of your living room, looked around and thought, where do I even begin? It is a common feeling, especially when the clutter seems to multiply overnight. But here is the truth. No one told us when we were younger. Organizing does not have to be a big, overwhelming project. In fact, one of the most powerful habits you can build is simply spending 15 minutes a day. Yes, just 15. That is all it takes to shift the energy in your home. When we tell ourselves we need hours to clean, our minds resist. It feels heavy. But 15 minutes? That feels doable. You can set a timer, put on your favorite music, and simply begin. Choose one small area, a drawer, a counter, a table, and focus only on that space, nothing more. You can pick a consistent time that works for you. Maybe it is right after breakfast or just before bed. When you do it at the same time each day, it becomes a comforting routine, just like your morning coffee or evening tea. You will be amazed at how much can be done in a focused 15 minutes. And here is the beautiful part. Over time, you will begin to feel more in control, not just of your home, but of your day. The clutter no longer controls your mood. You do. This little window of time becomes an act of self-care. It tells your mind and body, you matter, your peace matters. So tonight, before you go to bed, set a timer for 15 minutes. Choose just one area. Do not overthink it. Just begin. That first step is the start of something truly peaceful. Tip 2. One object at a time. Let us talk about something that sneaks up on us. Decision fatigue. You walk into a cluttered room and suddenly feel frozen. There is so much to pick up, move, sort, decide. Where do you even begin? The answer, my friend, is beautifully simple. Begin with just one object. That is right, just one. You do not need a master plan or a big cleaning schedule. All you need is to pick up the very first thing that catches your eye. Maybe it is a book on the coffee table. Maybe it is a sweater draped over a chair. Whatever it is, touch it, hold it, and decide. Does this belong somewhere specific? Then take it there. Do you no longer need it? Let it go, guilt-free. Does it need a wipe or wash? Then give it that care. This tip helps us overcome the mental block of too much at once. You are only responsible for the thing in your hand. That is it. And once you deal with that, you move to the next. One object at a time. What happens is magical. With every item you decide on, you start to feel lighter. You are not jumping from one task to another. You are flowing, steadily. There is no rush, no pressure, just one decision at a time. And each small decision builds your confidence. This is more than cleaning. It is about reclaiming your space and your peace, gently. So next time you feel overwhelmed, do not freeze. Look around, pick up one thing, and say to yourself, just this one for now. And then, breathe. You are doing beautifully. Tip 3. The 3-box method. Now let us talk about something that might sound simple, but carries a lot of power. The 3-box method. Picture this. You are standing in front of a cluttered shelf. You want to clear it, but every object brings up questions. Should I keep this? Should I throw it out? Maybe someone else could use it? Before you know it, you are stuck. That is where this method saves the day. You will need 3 boxes, or even just bags or baskets. Label 1, keep. The second, donate. And the third, discard. That is it. Just those 3 options. As you go through your things, place each item into one of the boxes. Do not overthink. Trust your first instinct. And if you use it, love it, or it brings you joy, it goes into keep. If it is still in good condition but you no longer need it, it goes into donate. And if it is broken, stained, or beyond repair, it goes into discard. What makes this method so special is that it gives you clarity. You're not trying to organize and decide and clean all at once. You're simply sorting. That is a big relief to your mind. And when you finish, not only will your space feel lighter, you will feel lighter too. You will have fewer things, but more peace. And knowing that someone else might benefit from what you no longer need, that brings a warm kind of joy only generosity can bring. Try this method on just one shelf, one drawer, or one small table. It might surprise you how easy it becomes and how good it feels to let go. Tip 4. The 1-minute habit. Have you ever noticed how the smallest tasks seem to grow into mountains when we leave them for later? A plate in the sink, a sweater on the chair, a bill left unopened. They are all small things, things that would take less than 1 minute to handle. But when they pile up, they create stress, clutter, and that feeling of falling behind. This is where the 1-minute habit comes in. It is one of the simplest, yet most powerful strategies to keep your home in order with almost no effort. Here is how it works. If a task takes less than 1 minute, do it immediately. That is it. No waiting, no scheduling. Just do it now. The beauty of this habit is that it prevents small messes from becoming big ones. You put the plate in the dishwasher instead of leaving it in the sink. You hang up the coat instead of dropping it on the chair. You toss the junk mail instead of letting it collect on the counter. These little actions might seem insignificant, but over time, they make a huge difference. They keep your surfaces clear, your rooms feeling calm, and your mind free from the weight of undone tasks. It is like tending a small garden, pulling one weed before it spreads, giving one plant a quick drink of water. And what is more, every time you take care of one of these tiny tasks, you are sending a message to yourself. I care. I matter. This space matters. That sense of self-respect and control builds up, quietly, gently, day by day. Try it for 1 week. Every time you see something that will take less than 60 seconds, do it. And notice how your home begins to breathe again. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, doing one small thing at a time. Tip 5. The zone organization method. Have you ever opened a cabinet and found batteries next to old medicine, a flashlight beside your sewing kit, and a birthday card from last year stuck underneath it all? You are not alone. Many of us store things wherever they happen to land, but over time, This leads to confusion, frustration, and a constant sense of searching. That is where the zone organization method comes in. This technique brings clarity by giving each category of items in your home a clear, specific home of its own. Think of it as creating neighborhoods inside your house, little zones where each kind of item lives together. Start by thinking about the types of things you have: cleaning products, medicine, office supplies, important documents, tools, extra toiletries, and so on. Then, choose one space for each group. For example, all medicine can go in a specific drawer in the bathroom. Office supplies might live in a bin in your desk. Cleaning items could be stored together in a closet near the kitchen. When everything has a logical home, your life changes. You no longer waste time opening every drawer. You do not buy duplicates because you could not find the one you already had. And your mind feels calmer because visual order brings inner peace. This method is especially helpful if you live with others. When your children or grandchildren come over, they will know exactly where to find something and where to return it. It creates shared understanding and reduces the little frustrations that can build up in daily life. You do not need to organize your whole house at once. Start with one zone, maybe the kitchen, maybe the bathroom. Pick one. Give every item in that zone a home. Label it if needed. Take your time. Enjoy the process. You're not just putting things away, you are creating a sanctuary that supports you. Tip 6. The before and after perspective. Sometimes the hardest part about keeping a tidy home is that progress feels invisible. You tidy up a little each day, but because the change is gradual, you do not always feel the reward. That can make it hard to stay motivated, especially when energy is limited or life feels overwhelming. That is why the before and after strategy is such a gift. It helps you see your own transformation and celebrate it. Here is how it works. Before you begin organizing a space, take a photo. Do not clean anything yet. Just capture it as it is. Then, once you are finished, even if it is just 10 minutes later, take another photo from the same angle. Now look at them side by side. That difference? That is your success right there. That is the visual proof of your effort, your care, your progress. You can keep these photos in a special album on your phone. You can print them out and put them on your fridge. You can even share them with your daughter or a friend who cheers you on. These images are more than just photos. They are reminders of what you are capable of. This strategy is especially meaningful for women who often put others first. When you take care of your home, you're taking care of yourself. And when you have something to show for it, something real and visible, it nourishes your sense of pride and fulfillment. Start small. Choose a drawer, a shelf, a nightstand. Take your before photo, tidy up for a few minutes, and take your after. Then smile. You're not just organizing your space, you're honoring your time, your energy, and your ability to make change. Tip 7. The weekly rotation system. Let us face it, keeping an entire home organized can feel like trying to clean the ocean with a teaspoon. You might get one area tidy, but by the time you move on to the next, the first one is messy again. It can feel endless and discouraging, especially if you are managing other responsibilities or simply want to enjoy your time without being surrounded by clutter. That is why the weekly rotation system can be such a breath of fresh air. It is not about cleaning everything at once. It is about choosing one area of focus each week, just one, and giving it your loving attention. The rest of the house still gets your basic care, of course, but the spotlight goes to that one space. Here is a simple way to divide your home. Week 1, focus on the bedrooms. Week 2, the kitchen and laundry area. Week 3, the living room and any office space. Week 4, the bathrooms and outdoor areas. When you use this method, It gives your mind permission to stop worrying about the whole house. You are no longer trying to fix everything at once. You are flowing, room by room, week by week. And before long, every part of your home has received your attention, without you ever feeling overwhelmed. Let us say it is bedroom week. That might mean straightening drawers, sorting through your nightstand, refreshing linens, or even just rearranging your closet. Nothing fancy, just steady, simple care. You might light a candle, turn on music, and treat it as a gentle ritual rather than a chore. This system also honors your time. It turns tidying into a rhythm, not a race. By the end of each month, you will have touched every space in your home, and you might even find yourself looking forward to each week's focus. Your home is not a project. It is a living, breathing space, just like you. And when you care for it in small, regular ways, it cares for you in return. Tip 8. The 2-minute refresh rule. Now let us talk about a small habit with a big impact. The 2-minute refresh rule. Sometimes what makes a room feel messy is not the clutter, but the little signs of neglect. A streaky mirror, a dusty shelf, a crumpled pillow. These things are easy to fix, but we often wait until the mess feels too big. That is where this lovely little habit comes in. The idea is simple. Every time you walk into a room, spend just 2 minutes giving it a visual refresh. That is it. You are not doing deep cleaning. You are not rearranging furniture. You are just bringing a touch of order and beauty. Imagine walking into your kitchen in the morning and quickly wiping down the counter, or heading into the bathroom and sprucing up the mirror and sink. Maybe you fluff the pillows in the living room, fold the throw blanket, or give the coffee table a light dusting. To make this even easier, keep basic cleaning cloths or wipes nearby, in a drawer, under the sink, or tucked into a basket. That way, when you spot a surface that needs love, you can take care of it in seconds. What makes this habit so powerful is that it trains your eyes and your hands to work together. You start noticing the little things, and instead of feeling annoyed or burdened, you feel empowered. You can fix them, and in just a few moments, your room goes from fine to fresh. This habit also has emotional benefits. When your spaces look cared for, you feel cared for. It brings you dignity, calm, and the kind of quiet pride that comes from living in a space that reflects your spirit. Try it today. Walk into any room and ask yourself, what could I do in just 2 minutes to lift this space? And then do it. That is all. You may find that those 2 minutes bring more peace than you ever expected. Tip 9. The one last thing method. Let us take a moment to talk about the evenings. Those quiet, gentle hours when the day is winding down and your body begins to slow. What you do with those final minutes before bed can make all the difference in how you feel tomorrow morning. That is the heart of the one last thing method. This is not a cleaning checklist or a chore list. It is a loving ritual. A way of closing your day with grace while preparing a soft landing for the next one. The idea is simple. Before going to bed, do one small thing in each main room of your home. Just one thing. In the kitchen, it might be wiping down the counter or putting away that one last dish. In the living room, maybe it is folding the throw blanket or straightening the pillows. In your bedroom, it could be putting a pair of shoes back in the closet or tidying your nightstand. In the bathroom, perhaps you put away your lotion or hang up the hand towel neatly. None of this should take more than a few minutes, and you do not need to be perfect. If you are tired, just pick 2 rooms instead of 4. The goal is not to make everything spotless. It is to create a sense of calm, a gentle order that greets you the next morning. You know that feeling when you walk into your kitchen and it is already clean? There is peace in that. You feel a little more in control, a little more clear. The one last thing method gives you that gift every day, in the simplest of ways. It also does something deeper. It becomes a transition, a way to tell your body and your spirit, it is time to rest now. You have done enough. That small act in each room becomes a blessing you give to yourself. A closing note on your day, like a lullaby in the form of order. Tonight, try it. Choose one small thing in each room. Nothing big, nothing stressful. And then go to bed knowing you did something kind for yourself. Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes and walk into your space, you will feel it. That soft sense of peace, that quiet sense of readiness. That is the power of one last thing. Tip 10. The Sunday Reset. Let us talk about Sundays, the quiet pause at the end of the week, when time seems to slow down just a little. For many of us, Sunday holds a special kind of stillness. It is a moment to breathe, reflect, and prepare. That is what makes it the perfect day for what I call the Sunday Reset. Now, do not worry. This is not about spending hours scrubbing floors or overhauling your entire house. The Sunday Reset is a gentle 2-hour ritual you do once a week to bring your home and your spirit back into alignment. Think of it as a soft tune-up for the week ahead. You walk through each room in your house, not to deep clean, but to notice. What needs a little attention? What feels out of place? What small action would make the space feel just a little more peaceful? Maybe in the living room, it is returning a book to the shelf. In the kitchen, perhaps it is wiping out the fridge or organizing one drawer. In the bathroom, it might be refolding the towels or tossing an empty bottle. These are not grand tasks. They are little nudges that gently return everything to its rightful place. During your Sunday Reset, you might also do a few forward-looking things. Maybe you pick out a few outfits for the week ahead, or refill your basket of cleaning cloths, or prepare a grocery list. These small actions create a feeling of readiness. When Monday comes, you are not scrambling. You are already one step ahead. And the beauty of the Sunday Reset is that it is yours. You can make it as quiet or joyful as you like. Put on some music you love. Light a candle. Open a window and let the breeze in. Let it feel sacred. Let it feel like self-care. If you live with others, this can also be a beautiful shared time. You might invite your spouse, children, or even grandchildren to join you. Everyone takes a space. Everyone contributes. And when you are done, you all get to enjoy the calm together. What you are doing in these 2 hours is more than just tidying. You are honoring your space. You are setting the tone for your week. You are telling yourself, I'm not behind. I am prepared. I am supported by the space I have created. And over time, this ritual becomes something you look forward to. It becomes a rhythm you rely on, a quiet anchor that reminds you, you are in charge of your environment, and it can serve you well, with just a little care. So this Sunday, set aside 2 hours, any time that feels right. Walk through your home with love in your hands. Reset what needs resetting. Breathe into the calm. And then, rest, knowing you are ready for the week to come. You deserve to begin every Monday with peace. A gentle ending, a new beginning. And now, my dear friend, we have come to the end of this journey together. But truly, it is only the beginning. Today, you have learned 10 small but powerful ways to bring peace, order, and clarity into your home. Not through pressure, not through perfection, but through kindness, intention, and small, steady steps. You do not have to do all 10 at once. In fact, I hope you will not. Instead, choose just one that speaks to your heart. Begin there. Maybe it is spending 15 minutes a day in quiet care. Maybe it is the Sunday Reset. Or maybe it is simply putting one thing away tonight before bed. Any one of these actions is enough to start creating change. And as you begin, please remember, this is not just about organizing things. This is about giving yourself more space to breathe, more ease in your mornings, more calm in your evenings. A home that reflects not just what you have, but who you are. A woman of grace, wisdom, and quiet strength. You have done enough for others. Now it is time to care for the space that cares for you. If this message touched you, I would love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what tip are you going to try first? What part of your home are you ready to bring peace into? And if this video brought value into your life, please take a moment to click the like button. Share it with someone you love who might be feeling overwhelmed by clutter or craving calm in their home. And be sure to subscribe so you do not miss the next steps we will take together. Your dream home is not about perfection. It is about peace. And peace begins with one simple choice. So make that choice today. Just one. I will be right here cheering you on. You are not alone. You are not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. With all my heart, thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself and of your beautiful space. Until next time,